ADHD or ADD. I guess that they're kind of the same thing now. I was diagnosed earlier this year, and I kind of just want to talk about my own personal like experience with it and where I went from not understanding it at all to now I'm officially diagnosed and being treated for it. And the like quality of life change, I would say, it's been pretty good. Now, I just want to clarify, I'm not a medical professional in any way. I have no idea if other people have it. I could not diagnose you if I wanted to. Don't take this video as oh, I have these symptoms, so maybe it's me. Could be, could not be. I can't say. So I'm not really going to go over the basic symptoms in like a list off kind of setting. This isn't really like an educational thing. This is more of my experience with this and how I caught on to me actually having it and not having super bad imposter syndrome and just going to get checked out. So I have the version of ADHD that's, I guess, the combined. I have a bit of both, or I have like the hyper activity side, but I also have the inattention. So for me, my most notable symptoms were definitely my memory, which is still really bad, and then my impulsivity for hobbies and new things to spend money on that I didn't need to. And I just clock out of conversation sometimes, have no idea what's going on. So when I first like really started to suspect it, I think I was 19 maybe. And I just gone through military training, got out, went to college. And that's when it like really hit me because college is just not as structured as high school and middle school. So there's not really someone to like be behind you to make you do things. Even though, I mean, in high school, I was not good at homework. My bag was a nightmare. Like if you open that thing, it looked like a bomb went off. I guess a really big indicator when I was young was my organizational skills for sure. So, and you know, everybody's got a folder for specific classes. I'm trying to remember what mine was. Math was blue, science was green. I want to say reading was red, and then yellow was for history. Those things were a nightmare. I would be finding random math homework in random folders sometimes. My bag just had like shit in it, stuffed in. I would find stuff from like the year prior sometimes when I would go through my bag. It was rough, but that was like a really big thing. My organization was really bad. I had a super hard time paying attention if I wasn't really actively engaged in something. I mean, locked in. Like I had to be. I really liked marine biology when I was in high school. I had it for like 2 years. Really liked that class because I really like fish. But you put me in an algebra 2 class, I'm in the corner just like, ugh. I have no idea what's going on. It's really bad. Which, I mean, that kind of applies for most people, right? So everybody has subjects they don't like and stuff like that. But I think where the ADHD comes into play is it's not really voluntary. Not like I tap out because I don't want to necessarily. It's just if it's not super actively engaging all the time, constantly grabbing my attention, I'm gonna lose it like every time. Some other examples for that is like, sometimes people talk right to me. I will actively engage in the conversation for a little bit and then just randomly I will clock out and just forget to respond. Or I also get like the hyper focused end of things, which actually happens in my stream sometimes if I'm playing games that require a little bit more brain, like Deadlock. That game completely takes me out of reading a stream chat. It's so hard to do both because my brain wants to just lock in on the one thing I'm focusing on or lock in on chat, and there is no in between. Unless I haven't tried with my meds. To be fair, the meds have been like a more recent development and it's still something I'm getting used to. So I haven't really tried it during a stream yet. And I'm not going to stream for a while. Different topic, but you get what I'm saying. Hyper focusing on the things that I really want to do, but it doesn't last. Streaming in general has been really hard, and content creation because it's literally like fighting with my brain every time I want to upload and like make videos because it's hard for me to just sit down and do it. A million other things want to grab my attention all the time. And like even this video right now is hard because my meds are wearing off and I feel it because I keep wanting to get distracted, but I keep bringing myself back because I want to do this. Yeah, so I guess I have a little bit of both. So like it's the inattentive and the hyperactive. So I get hit with both. I'm just getting pieced up out here, dude. Just getting pieced up by my own brain. And how it initially got found out at the doctor is I went to a good doctor because I had a bad one prior, but I was having anxiety and depression problems. But when I talked to her about it, I was like, yeah, like these meds don't do anything. I have other symptoms and stuff. And they were like, then she was like, well, what about your family? Like, do they have anything similar? And I was like, oh, well, my brother has ADHD, and I think my dad also. She was like, there's a good chance it's probably that, because the ADHD be so aggressive that the symptoms you get, the anxiety and depression, because nothing is correcting the initial issue. Just to kind of summarize the process of me getting diagnosed, it was basically a questionnaire and then some more rigorous questioning, basically. Then I came back in for a second, I guess the actual diagnosis part. Went through more questions. She had brought in a superior to double check, basically. And then I officially got diagnosed, moved on to a medication to try, which thankfully I did not have to try a bunch of them. I have a 12-hour release, so I do 10-hour days at work. I would like something that kind of keeps my focus for most of the shift, so I'm not just like completely checking out in a couple hours, because I think they either do the 12-hour or like a really quick release that's short, but it's a lot stronger, I want to say, maybe. But mine's 12-hour. So mine's a 12-hour, half the day. I'm locked in for a little while. When I'm on these, it's weird because if you're normal and you take them, it's like meth or like it's like meth, like, or heroin or whatever they compare it to. Super locked in, like ready to go type stuff. But for me, it kind of just dials me back and makes it easy to focus on like one thing. Because I feel if I don't have meds, I am doing a million things. I've got tons of stuff open at the same time. I'm working on more than one project at the same time. It's a whole thing. And I never get anything really done. Or if I do get it done, it's not as good as I would want it to be done. So the medicine helps me get to the point where I can sit down, do the thing, whether it be this or even, I mean, like, I don't really want to say chores. I feel like chores they've always been something I kind of like impulsively do sometimes, where I'll just knock out 30 of them, which is probably also part of it, but it makes it easier to do them in like a more consistent and less like I need to do everything right now type thing. Again, I apologize if this is just like ranty. There's no structure for this really. I'm just talking about my own experience with it and how it's been a fucking mess. I do want to talk about the imposter syndrome that I had, which was really bad. Because even though I was like pretty sure I had it, I really was convinced in my brain that, yeah, you might have it. There's a good chance. There's still a part of me that was just like, nah, it's all in your head. You're making this shit up, bro. Everybody that deals with this, you're just, you're stressed out or whatever, or, life's just too much. It's not really in your head like you think it is. It was indeed. It's just definitely one of those things. Mental health is stigmatized, especially towards men, which I don't want to turn this into like a man versus woman thing, but it's stigmatized for everyone. But if you think you might have anything, I think you should just go get checked out. Because I mean, like, why not? Like, who cares if the doctor thinks you're lying, Okay, that just sounds bad. Who cares if your health provider thinks you're a fucking liar? I cared. That's why I didn't go. But I did eventually. I just sucked it up and I was like, I need to get this figured out. It's fucking with my life. Some other like really annoying things that was happening that like I even personally got annoyed with was the forgetfulness. Dude, when I would do fucking anything when it came to projects, because I like to tinker. I have a lot of things that I mess with. I have a lot of side hobbies. I've limited them now. The medicine helped me do that too, where I could kind of pull back some of that impulsiveness to jump into a new thing that cost me hundreds of dollars. I like to tinker, but with that comes tools and parts and all kinds of stuff. And when you have like tools and parts, and it's very easy to set them down and completely forget where you put them. Again, relatively common occurrence for most people that it happens. But on the more extreme end, if you have ADHD or ADD, you set it down and that motherfucker is gone. You're not finding it. But weirdly enough, I can find other people's things. Like if my wife loses something, I don't really have a lot of issue finding it. But if I misplace it, I am never finding it. She might, but I'm not. Some ways that I like tried to circumvent this without medication before I knew it was really a thing. As much routine as I could get. Keys go in a certain spot, wallet goes in a certain spot, just anything I had. The problem is though, sometimes I'd come home and I would jump right into a thing there was no downtime, so the keys would just go somewhere. The wallet would just go somewhere. And then the next morning I'd get up to go to work and I couldn't find it. To save my life. It literally took me like 2 hours. I'd be looking everywhere and it'd be in the dumbest place ever. I've also been procrastinating a little bit, but I'm gonna use treatment and like the stuff I talked about earlier in the video. At least once a week I will uploads. If I can do more, I will. I'm gonna try and pull off shorts though, because I just don't think shorts do enough. I really want to do long form content that's like entertaining, I guess. If this is entertaining to you, who knows? Maybe you just like listen to people fucking yap, because that's what all I'm doing. I'm not, there's no organization to this. This is awful, but it's fine. A lot of my videos will probably be like this. If you have ADHD, tell me about it. What's some stuff you noticed before you ever got diagnosed? Did you have imposter syndrome? Did you get diagnosed as a kid and it's just stuck with you ever since? I'm curious. I haven't met a lot of people and talked about it who also have it. So I'm curious. If you enjoy, like, maybe, comment, hang around, sub.